Greetings, everybody. It's been a minute. Oh my god, we got subscribers. Whoa. Thank you, James Arena, Jordan Brewer, Willow Hopper. Oh, we got another one. Who's this? Who this? Caleb Garcia. Thank you all so much. I have no idea if that's happening now or if that happened off camera or off program and it's just catching up. Anyways, howdy everyone. Oh my god, another one. Oh my gosh. Who's this? Kyle Graham, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. We got some people already here. How we doing? Evening, hello, howdy. All right. It's been a little bit. Life, right? Life. A lot of traveling. Armand, thank you for subscribing. Oh, you know what it probably is? We actually got a video uploaded this past week. Let's see, Tisla, new subscriber. Howdy. We finally uploaded the next part in the DC20 kind of help guide video series. It covered damage. Oh my god, all these. Reactions to Miles Bar. I don't know who that is, but thank you. Yeah, we uploaded the damage video. So the next one that will be released is the combat resources video. And that one should be pretty simple. That's going to be going over things like stamina points. Thank you, Matthew Eater. Stamina points, mana points, action points, combat resources. We all know what they are, except we don't, because that's why we're making those videos. Oh my goodness. It feels good to be making a monster again. It's been a little bit. Also, the website has changed drastically. Manic is doing a lot of really big improvements with the site, and we're going to go over some of those improvements tonight because they are super cool. Ooh, also, before I forget, if you want to support the site where we make all these monsters happen and everything, Manic finally launched a Patreon, which you can go and support. It's I believe a $5 tier, and we're gonna put that in the chat. I totally didn't. Let's see. Boom. Okay. And boom. And boom. There you go. Now you can support Patreon if you want to. Oh my goodness, Tia and Tori, howdy. I totally wasn't watching the Gamers to Dorkness Rising. Nope, not at all. I know what that is, I say as I look it up. Gamers to Dorkness Rising. Oh, this movie. Oh. Whoa. I don't know that I've actually seen this in its entirety. Would you recommend it? Evening, howdy. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Would you recommend this movie? Interesting. Also, where are you watching it? That's what I want to know. Are you streaming it, or is this like a proud, like, you own it on DVD sort of thing? See, does this have a Rotten Tomatoes score? Gamers to Dorkness Rising. It's got an IMDb. It's got a 7.3 out of 10. Not bad. Let's see. The Gamers Dorkness Rising. 2008. Let's see, the Rotten Tomatoes score is, drumroll please. It has an 80% audience score with 1,000+ ratings. No critic score though. Fascinating. Fascinating. It's a classic. You have to watch. Seriously, it's actually really good. It's on YouTube. Someone just uploaded the whole movie, but I would get the DVD if I can to support the makers. Okay. That might be my YouTube watch for tonight. Wow, I've only ever seen clips and like stills from the movie. I've never seen it actually like all the way through. Alrighty. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Jakin, stop yapping. Get into the DC crit stuff. Let's go over the DC crit site just a little bit. Let's give the people what they want. Boom! So when you are a supporter on Patreon, this is what you get to be greeted with. Fun little thank you page. Have monsters, characters coming soon. Coming really soon, it sounds like. Equipment and encounters. You get to see the latest updates on the page. So it looks like we have image snapshots. Fixed image snapshot generation. Patreon and roles overhaul. Large scope features. So it looks like the next few things coming up are monster image support for portraits and VTT tokens. That's gonna be exciting. I'm very excited to see the character creator get made. Super excited. Howdy, buddy. Howdy. Ooh, also quick little ramble, because I don't know that we've talked about it since there was a stream last. But I got my hands on the new Dungeons & Dragons DMG. And I love it. I am obsessed. I am obsessed with this book. Like, no joke. I think I'm on my 5th or 6th read through of the book, like in its entirety. This book's incredible. I wish I started off DMing, GMing with this book. It's very similar to the 4th edition DMG, which is also another book I wish I started off reading when I first got into all of this, but genuinely, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. I love that the book starts off with like, what is a dungeon master? And then how do you dungeon master? And then it goes over the different kinds of ways to be a dungeon master. And then it also has a giant section dedicated to like the players and the different kinds of players and how to make your game pleasing to those players, but also looking for the red flags of the player types. So it classifies players as like, some of them are actors, some of them are sit back and watch types, some of them are metagamers, some of them are not power builders, that's another word for it, min-maxers. It has guidance for all of that. But then my favorite part of the book is genuinely how they tell you to prep for adventures and sessions, and they put their money where their mouth is and give you examples of what that should look like. Watsy, don't sue me if I show the pages of the book. But like literally one session's note, oh, my map fell out, is like this right here. That's one session. That's a full-on one-shot you can just run. It's crazy. It's genuinely crazy. And on top of that, it tells you how to create a campaign setting, right? Super cool, very detailed, gives you lots of cool things to think about. And then it's just like, by the way, here's a 30-page campaign setting to use as a starting off point or to use as a model to make your own. 30 whole pages, all those little tan pages, that's for the setting. And then you get the world map of that setting and the city map of the most prominent city in that setting. This is incredible. Also over 100 pages of magic items. Did I mention that? This book's incredible. Anyways, I just had to get that out there. Just do a little bit of love. It's very easy to take a dookie on D&D and WotC and all that, but I'm celebrating that win. That book is incredible. New DMG. Upside down, kid. We mean upside down. What do you mean upside down? That's not upside down. 80% audience rating is good. That's what I'm saying. Sounds like what a DMG should be. I agree. All right. This is the DC crit site. Let's go over to monsters. We got a lot of monsters in here now. We have a lot of people making monsters who have access to the site. And it's fantastic. But one of the cool things added to the site is descriptions. So I'm going to use Mantic's monster as an example, the fire snake. This is the fire snake. And look at this. Oh my goodness. There's a profile picture for the monster as well as a whole little description text over here. Super cool. Super cool. Howdy, Obsidious. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, the site is getting big improvements. So like if we wanted to add, like when we made Tiamat, right? If we wanted to add a description to Tiamat, it'd be super easy. We would just go and create a new draft. Oh, or would it be? Is Tiamat too big? Let's see, this is a test. Preview draft. Oh, it's too big. Interesting. I'm gonna have to let Mantic know about that. Interesting. Do we have a smaller stat block? Was the Hydra smaller? Okay, so it looks like the stat blocks are just right now automatically put to the left. So I would go and create a new draft. And then there's all these things for how to make it look all fancy. So it tells you how to make italics, how to do bold words, how to do both. Start of the paragraph if you want the fancy letter or the fancy heading. So we'd be like, hashtag, this is a test. And then we would do like a little pound sign. Not pound. Let's say, let's do a double one. Hydras are italics, really cool, according to TN Tory, ... probably. And then when we go to preview it, boom, this is what it looks like. Hydras are really cool, according to TN Tory, probably. It's cool. The site is getting huge updates. I want to know, do I have the ability to add the profile picture yet? If I go to settings, no, not yet. Okay, that's what I thought. That's cool. That's super cool. Manic's here, actually. Oh no, you found a bug. Hey, everyone, see Manic in the chat? Remember that Patreon link from earlier to Manic's Patreon? Go do it. Come here. Go do it. Go do it. I just realized I'm not wearing my hat. Does this look weird? Does it look weird if I'm not wearing the hat? Boom, the hat's back. There we go. I'm doing well. Good to hear, Obsidious. Good to hear. Not upside down, but mirror image. We love a mirror image. So the site looks awesome. That's too cool. It's incredibly cool. I love it. In fact, I love it so much, I think I'm going to start making a ball holder. So let's go to my monsters. We got Hydra. We got Tiamat. Let's create a new monster. All right. I don't know how big this stat block is going to be, but we're gonna find out. Oh no, he lowered the glasses. Yeah, I meant business. All right, so I have Mortal's page pulled up because I don't remember all of the steps, so I have it up just in case. But I also need, where did I save it? Where did I save it? It might be in box. Whoa, 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 whoa! Everything's breaking. DC20 monster stat blocks version 2. Encounter design, monster maneuvers, features, monster stats. Ah, here we go. Here we go. These ones are from Claudio. Yeah, you didn't see that. You didn't see that. Lunar Pierce. Hello. Hello. Yeah, you didn't see that. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyways. Best ad surprise ever? I don't know what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. That project, I'm having a conversation with my patrons about this weekend. Because that one has hit a hiccup. All right. So let's go ahead and look at a beholder real quick and see what we're working with. So beholder, I feel like this is a bit small, but okay. Maybe we can zoom in. There we go. Okay, yeah. Beholder has an armor class of 18, 180 hit points, speed of 0, fly of 20 feet, hovers. It's a large aberration, lawful evil. So we're just going to start with those simple details. Beholder, large aberration, yeah. So we're going to call this a beholder. Unknown size, it's going to be large. Oh, I like that all of them have an info thing. Aberration. Level. What is the level? It's a challenge rating of 13. So we're gonna... Did the monster stat block just reset? Beholder. Large. Aberration. Okay. Level 13. Did we just find another bug? What did we do? Okay, we went to the other tab to look at the monster. We went back. Oh, Manic, if you're still here, we found another bug. We found another one. Oh, goodness. Oh. Well, that kind of affects some things a little bit. Beholder. Large. Aberration. Level 13. And then, I don't know, let's just say a warden. Let's see. Oh, wait, is there even a way to save right now? No, there's not. Hold on. Save draft to save settings? Oh, wait, hold on. Try saving a draft before changing tabs. Let's see, where did the save buttons go? Oh, I didn't even see the Knuckleborn got in here. Howdy, Knuckleborn. Oh no, I pushed that build too soon. I'm sorry. Oh, you're good. Try saving a tab. I don't see where to do that unless it's this. Save draft to settings. Save. Good thing we aren't too deep in it, right? Let's go to my monsters. Okay, there's a new monster. Create new draft. Okay. Interesting. So we have Beholder. Large. Aberration. Level 13. Save draft. Switch tabs. It refreshed again. It refreshed again. Fascinating. Fascinating. I wonder though, because when I switch back, all of the save options disappear. Okay, so let's try a new monster. This is honestly kind of, at least at the moment, more fun than making the Beholder. I feel like I'm testing things. Oh wait, hold on. Edit draft. But all the Beholder stuff is still here. Okay, so hold on. So it saved the information. It's just when I switched to a different tab, it vanished. So when I switch tabs, it goes back to like the default view. And then all this stuff up here with the published version 1, closed draft, and all that stuff, it just disappears. But it still saves everything. So if I go back to the beholder, go back. Yeah, it like all vanishes. But if I click on it and go to edit my draft, everything is still there. Okay. Let's see, refreshing. Is your saved draft in your folder? In my folder? Herrico submitted that bug yesterday. I'm on it. See, Manic is just on it. Is it in my folder? Folder? Let's get a profile. This feature's coming soon. Monsters. My monsters. If you mean if it's in my monsters, yes. It's like it's still in here. It's still showing as a new monster because I haven't like published it. But if I go to edit the draft, everything is still the same. It's okay. So literally it's just when I switch tabs that it's different. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay? I'm gonna do some tweaking. I'm gonna make this its own window, right? I'm going to move everything else over here to the other part of my monitor, but just enough so I can still see chat. And this way, I can hopefully work on it, still engage with you guys, but not mess anything up. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let me get this figured out. So let's go into studio mode. Let me just hold on. I'm cooking. Boom. Okay. So let me get the other Windows thing opened up. Okay, so I can see the chat. I can see the beholder stat right here. DC crit is over here. Let's try this. Let's see if this still affects things. Beholder, edit draft. Okay, so I have everything pulled up right over here. Let's go ahead and just pick a role. Let's go ahead and get these things saved in here. What would we put a beholder as? Lurks in the shadows, waiting to attack. Nope. Fights with reckless abandon, trading defense for offense. Oh, interesting. So the info cards go behind the description box. Okay. Let's see. I'm cooking tomorrow. Thinking about chili or chicken pot pie. Chili. Also, just for fun, I asked on Instagram the other day in a story in the form of a poll, beans and chili, yes or no? Does chili require beans in it? And the answers may surprise you. Overwhelmingly, it was yes. It was like 80% said yes, 20% said no. Strong and tough, nope. Caster uses powerful magic to support or debuff. Manipulates the battlefield with spells or ability. Ooh, it might be controller, honestly. It might be controller just because of the eye stalks and the anti-magic cone. Influences mind, alters perceptions, protects a specific area. It's not a healer. It's not a hunter. It's not a lackey. Yeah. Trickster. Yeah, I'm thinking it's an enchanter. Nope. It's a controller. And then rank. Mid tier, high tier. I wouldn't say it's a boss. I'd say high tier. Okay, this is the first time we're gonna see what happens, right? Okay. I need to switch the tab over in the other window to see what to change the stat to. All right, so I'm gonna click on it. Nothing changed. Back on the DC crit site. Okay. Okay, so if I'm clicking off the DC crit window and clicking on another window, it doesn't change anything. But if I'm on the DC crit window and switch over to a different tab within that window, then it changes things. Interesting. Interesting. Put whatever you want in anything you want. Pause. What chili doesn't have beans in it? I don't know. I was just posing the question. Does it need beans? I don't eat chili, and I'd have said yes to beans and chili. Okay. Fingers crossed. Or I guess eye stalks crossed. Could you imagine defeating a beholder by like basically pulling like a Hercules and tying the eye stalks together? Crazy. All right, so we're going to just put this bad boy at the max level, level 10. Obviously, it goes to level 20 in DC20, but I don't have those stats, so I'm just going to go with level 10 for now, like we've been doing with the big monsters. You know what I'm saying? And because we put this as a high tier instead of a boss, it says our HP should be 42. I think 50. I'm going 50. I'm going a little bit higher. Physical defense. It wants us to have it as 20 and 17. Okay, so we're going to put it as 20. Mystical defense is 17. Physical damage reduction, no. Mystical damage reduction, I'm going to put it in a point. I'm going to put it in a point there. I think so. Might. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our beholder stat block. Beholders have a strength modifier of 0. So we're going to leave that as 0. A dex of +2. So we're going to make agility 2. Con. Charisma of 3. So put a charisma of 3. And intelligence and wisdom is 5. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay, real talk though. Who actually uses all the stuff in monster stat blocks? Not to downplay the efforts here at all, but when at the table, is one really looking at it, if it's a skirmisher or whatnot? Personally, me, I don't. Looking at things like controller, skirmisher, ambusher, those mean nothing to me unless I know what those definitions are, on top of all the other definitions in the game. So I'm with you there. I include it because DC20 fans seem to like having those tags on there, specifically because DC's monster stat blocks usually had those, and there's like a whole video about it. So I understand why there's passion for it. Again, me personally, there's so many where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm not trying to downplay anyone or anything. No, I agree. I know what you're saying. During combat, no. That's all for pre-combat planning. That's a good point. My pre-combat probably looks very different. Possibly after your last video, which by the way, loved it. I think your pre-combat is probably very different. Also, we should totally try a stat block in your style one day. Just the classic first edition like D&D style. Insane. I love it. Like a controller would have a lot of minions in the build-up swearing allegiance and fantasizing about it to get... Oh! That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Suppose it depends on player group. Better to have too much than too little info. I can see that. I can see it. I think too much info can be overwhelming. Like the Strahd stat block does not need to be that long. Strahd could be super condensed. I have run into the opposite issue. Too much info to me is cumbersome and gets in the way. Do you use them a lot? Use what you want, leave out the rest. Yeah, my stat blocks usually, I basically now make them all in DC crit. But like if I need to make one like on the fly, I'm probably going to start trying to practice a little bit of the T and Tori first edition method, because that was a good idea. That was a really good idea. Interesting, because I think I do use that, but I think I kind of do it in my head. I hadn't realized I was grouping them like that. Okay. At this level, I need to pull up the rule books. How many saves do we get at DC20 at level 10? I know the same rules don't apply for monsters, but I like to keep it semi-consistent. Oh no, it opened up in this tab. Oh no, did that just refresh everything? It did. Oh shit. I mean shoot. I meant shoot. Shoot. Let's see. I don't think I pressed save. I don't think I pressed it unless it automatically saved. No, it didn't. That's okay. It's okay. It is a-okay. Hey, you know what? Let me just click on this window and try to open it then. Oops. Louise, have a good night. Your boy messed up that one. Opening up in the wrong window like a idiot. Okay. Okay. All right, we're back. We're so back. Okay. So what did we say? We said it was 50, and then it was 20 and 17. 20, 17, mystical damage resistance of 1. That was 0. This was 2. This was 3. This was 5. Is that right? 3, 5, 2. Yes. All right. Now what I want to see is when you get your save masteries and all that. That's on page 90. Apple goes through PDFs better than Windows. Sue me. Okay. Let's see. You know what? If there's a stat for it, you know what? We're just gonna do it. We get 2. Where would we probably put these the most? Honestly, if it's a beholder, it's probably gonna have a higher save. Hi, wife. You playing WoW? You might. I can't believe I accidentally deleted everything again. We're gonna quickly save the draft because I'm paranoid now. So we need to pick 2. So I think we're gonna put them. I'm gonna put. Honestly, they might just both go into charisma and intelligence. I can't see it being a might. You know what? Let's make it agility. Because it's kind of hovering. It's a large creature. It's not impossible to hit. So it's got to be able to move out of the way a little bit. So we'll throw a save in for that. And then we'll throw one in for charisma. You good, dude? He climbs the tree so, in such a violent manner. Ugh. Let's go back to this real quick. Let's see what you guys are saying. Is Manic's stat block project beta or Patreon? I guess technically both. You can access the Patreon to get access to the DC Crit site to make the stat blocks. And then if you want to wait, my understanding is there might be a free tier in the coming weeks. I don't know how limited or limiting that's going to be, but I believe that's the case. But yeah, you can access the site with Patreon. Manic's Patreon. Monster archetypes, strategies, and the monsters' plans are very important to me. It's the only way I know how to make bags of HP fun to whittle down. That's fair. Oh my god, it's my boss, One-Shot Questers. Hey, even though you didn't ask, I feel obligated to say that I think you would enjoy Pathfinder more than it. Jesus. Look in the chat, everybody. We got a Pathfinder player in here. Pathfinder's better. No hate to Pathfinder. No hate to people who enjoy Pathfinder. Those comments are funny. We have good chuckles at the Pathfinder comments. Anytime we have a D&D or DC20 video. You know, if this was in Pathfinder, they'd have a fix for it. It's like, cool. I don't want to play Pathfinder. I tried it. Not for me. Admittedly, I have more fun playing it than I do running it. Running it is a nightmare. But playing it isn't the worst. It's just a little too much for me. Just a little bit. LMAO. Indeed, until you mentioned it, I hadn't realized I was subconsciously grouping them by purpose. One-shot questers. Yeah. It's pre-alpha and backed by Founders Patreon for now. We are opening up a free tier soon. You heard it here from Manic. Pre-alpha backed by Founders Patreon for now. We are opening up the free tier soon. That's the official answer. Blasphemy. Get over it. Pathfinder slips into the Vietnam stare. Yeah, that's basically how it goes. I'm not holding back anymore. I don't think you should. Someone's gotta say it. Someone's gotta say it. Like, hey, we get it. How do you know someone's a Pathfinder player? The same way you know someone's a vegetarian. They're gonna tell you. The same way you know someone prefers Sony. The same way people prefer Marvel over DC. No hate to the game, but some of the fans are intense. True. Speaking of intense, how about Beholders? Beholding's nuts! Sorry. That was intense. Okay. We're going to put our saves into agility and charisma. That's what I'm declaring. So in order to do that, we need to add our combat mastery, which is going to be 5. So that's going to be 7. Oh, wait. That's right. We just need to add... I forgot. It does the math for you. So we just add the 5. Right? So if we save our draft... Save our draft. Okay, there it goes. Preview. 7. Yep, it does it for us. Cool. Okay. All right, next up, let's... Oh, wait, it changed things again. No! We had it on Enchanter, right? Or was it Controller? Yes, we had it on Controller and rank high tier. Save draft. Okay, we're just gonna be like Jesus and save often. Be like Jesus and save often. I do regret not playing Pathfinder when I was invited to years ago. Now I just bought 3 other fantasy RPGs till I felt I've run out of money and my friends still just want to play D&D anyways. I haven't played D&D in a minute. I do want to play the new rules though, admittedly. Or at least run them. It's so exciting, especially with Bastions. I don't think I'll ever run D&D without the Bastion system now. But yeah, the main ones I play are DC20 and Daggerheart. And it sounds like soon the Stormlight Archive, or the Cosmere RPG, because that one sounds fun. Let's see. Jakin, that Pathfinder one-shot questers is clearly a troll. Ban him. Ban one-shot questers. No. Sup, Goober? What's up, Gobbler? I have never heard that one before. I'm stealing that for tomorrow's short. Dang. Dang. Or I have. I'm tired, but I laughed. Man, I wish I had time slot for you so I'd run for you. That might be changing soon. I might can play soon. I'll message you about that later. I'll message you. All right, let's get some skills in here. Let's go. Let me pull up the beholder stat block, but not throw everything off. Skills. Literally, the only skill is perception. So we're gonna add our awareness, which that would be a plus. Let's see. At level 10, we'd be an expert. So that'd be 2, 4, 6. Plus our might. Or, I mean, plus our prime. Right? So that'd be 5 plus 6. That'd be 11. Okay. Super easy. Super easy. All right, next up, we have senses. It has dark vision up to 120 feet. So that's going to be dark vision up, what is that, 60 spaces? Math. 120 divided by 5. 24 spaces. 24 spaces. Boop. Dark vision, 24 spaces. Cool. Resistances. None. Vulnerabilities. None. Actually, wait. There are resistances. Hold on. Prone. It's resistant to the... Oh, wait. There's a drop-down menu now. Oh. That's cool. It's resistant to prone. Then, let's see. We have immune. I'm guessing that's what the I stands for. It's immune to prone. I just realized this stat block changed again. I just realized. When did that happen? How far back do I have to go? How far back do I have to go? Nah. Okay. All right, so we got awareness. Boom. 11. Then we got our senses. Dark vision. 24 spaces. Resistance to prone. Immune. Be like Jesus and save often. Boom. That is one of my favorite editing tips I ever got from my film mentor, or one of the many growing up. He at the computer he at the time had a computer that kept crashing on him, and he worked at the church where I was volunteering at. And his saying, anytime we were editing, especially when there was so much footage and so many layers, he would be like Jesus and save often. Oh man, what happened in the chat? Time me out, do it. No. Please do. One of the games is on break, but I'd make things work to get you in a game. Yes, please. I'm sure there are at least four other products out there that do Bastions better than WotC 5.5 DMG. I'm sure. Like probably the Strongholds book from MCDM, for one. That's obviously a way more detailed one. But if there's one officially designed by WotC that just fits smoothly into the game, I'll use that for D&D. Which, by the way, the MCDM Draw Steel RPG. I'm very excited to get my books. Very excited for that one. The best part about the hobby now is there is something for just about everyone. Some might like WotC, some might not, but we can all find something for us. Exactly. DC20 is the spot for me. In a close second place, though, admittedly, is Daggerheart. But that's like a game designed by theater kids for theater kids. So, really click with that one. Prone would probably be under condition saves and set to immune. Oh. Yes, you're absolutely right. Let's delete this one then. Yeah, okay. Okay. That makes more sense. Thank you, Manic. Thank you. Thank you. So we have our conditions, immunities, prone. We have our senses. We have our saving. Oh, hold on. It says the saving throws. That I forgot. That's what we did. Intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Oh, it actually has it for intelligence. All right. Well, we're trying to stay as true to the 5e stat block as possible. So we're gonna save that and give it a little preview. Looking good. That's a hell of a saving throw modifier. We're looking good. Languages. All right. Deep speech and undercommon. Okay. Is undercommon one of the languages? I don't think that's a language in DC20. Let's see. Languages. I don't remember seeing undercommon. Languages. There's deep speech, common, human, dwarven, elvish, gnomish, halfling, orcish, giant, draconic, fey, elemental, celestial, and fiend. No undercommon. I wouldn't even know how that would translate, so I'm just gonna leave it as deep speech. And then common. One of the things I love about DC20 is it says in the rules that everybody knows common as the language, and you would have to either go out of your way or be willingly, willfully, ignorant to not know common. Really love that. Really love that that's a thing. And then human having its own language. Super great. All right. We've made it to features. And it looks like we have one feature. And that is the anti-magic cone. All right, we're gonna do what we always do. We're just gonna copy and paste this into the stat block and then kind of figure it out from there. Kind of adjust as needed. Let's see. It's just that I only play D&D and no other RPG for about 20 years. Now I'm actively searching to play other RPGs and, more importantly, to give my money to other companies. Star Trek Adventures 2nd edition just launched, and it's so much fun. If you want to give that one a try. Sounds like we were kind of in the same boat. Did only 3.5 and 5e for 15-ish years, now doing DC20 and even looking at third-party stuff I'd passed on before. Also, yep, you just said it, that human is its own language distinct from common. Yep, love that. All right, here we go. The Beholder's central eye creates an area of anti-magic. All right, I'm going to do what the 2024 stat blocks do and capitalize the important things, because I love that. The Beholder's central eye creates an area of anti-magic, as in the anti-magic field spell. We are going to get rid of that because it's unnecessary. Let's see. Creates an area of anti-magic in a 150-foot cone. I know what that is in spaces. 150 divided by 5. That's 30. That's 30 spaces. Dummy. Space. So a 30-space cone. Anti-magic in 30-space cone. At the start of each of its turns, the Beholder, capitalized, decides which way the cone faces and whether the cone is active. The area works against the Beholder's own eye rays. I love Beholders so much. I love it so much. Boom! Anti-magic cone. The Beholder's central eye creates an area of anti-magic in a 30-space cone. At the start of each of its turns, the Beholder decides which way the cone faces and whether the cone is active. The area works against the Beholder's own eye rays. It's perfect. It's perfect. I'm quite hyped to play Draw Steel, but I miss the kind of content Coach does for DC20. Explaining the rules to an extent, I feel like I can play without reading the rules. Yeah. I know what you mean. There's so much time being devoted to making the game that it kind of makes it hard to make those videos. I think we all know that. But I also think that's really cool because now other channels are they're able to spread the word about DC20 while still kind of accomplishing that in different fonts, right? So you have things like Slow Your Roll, this channel, Claudio's channel, all doing different DC20 explanation style videos, and all reaching different kinds of audiences, kind of spreading the word, knocking on the doors, hello, that kind of thing. I like it. I like it a lot. Star Trek Adventures is into a second edition already. Did they say why? The main reason was to kind of clean up some of the rules from the other editions, and also to make it one giant rulebook that just covers all of the eras of Star Trek. So if you want your Discovery, Strange New Worlds, original series, Next Gen, all of it is all just now in one book, very concise, a lot of updated rules. It's basically just a quality of life book, which I really liked. I regretted not getting it at Gen Con. Maybe for Christmas. Claudio, yup. Bardic Aggravation, yes. See, there's so many cool DC20 channels now. So cool. All right. Let's get into our actions, shall we? Obviously, 4 action points. Because this is a level 10 monster, and we qualified it as a high monster, what we want our check to be plus 10, damage 7. Yeah. So our attack check is plus 10. Our speed, what was our speed for the Beholder? It was 20 feet. Interesting. That's not a lot of spaces. So yeah, we just leave it at 4 spaces. 7 damage, and then we need our save DC. So 10 plus prime, so 15 plus combat master. Hold on, that's 20. Hold on, I'm remembering that, right? For your save DC is 10 plus your combat mastery, which would be 5, plus prime, which would be 5. So our save DC is 20. Get wrecked, players. Get wrecked. I'm happy T and Tori is releasing new videos. Same. They've been bangers, too. They've been bangers. Like the sandwich video, never thought to think of it like that. But now I can't not think of it that way. Loved the sandwich analogy. All right. So our first action is a bite. The good old classic monster manual bite. So we got a bite. I actually need to remember how bites are formatted. So it would be it'd be bite, and then our description would be melee. The amount of it would just be melee and then slashing or piercing. So it'd be 7 piercing. Yep, bite, melee, 7 piercing, 1 action point. Yup. Yup. All right. Next up are the eye rays. All right. We have so many. All right. Woo. Let's do this. Eye rays. Oh man, there's gonna be a lot of eye rays. Let's go ahead and just copy over our first little description part of it. All right. So the Beholder shoots 3 of the following magical eye rays at random. Reroll duplicates. Choosing 1 to 3 targets it can see within 120 feet. What was that? 24 spaces? 24 spaces of it. Okay. So right now, that's the way it's formatted. If we wanted to edit it and add a condition, like if I wanted to add Charm Ray as a condition, and then add... Yeah, I think this is the way to go. So we're going to format it like this. Actually, I don't want it to be confused as spending an action point, so we'll make it a period. All right, so we have our Charm Ray. Let's go ahead and work on our first eye. The targeted creature must succeed on a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw or be charmed by the beholder for 1 hour or until the beholder harms the creature. Okay, so the targeted creature must succeed it would be our save DC, so it wouldn't be DC 16. Must succeed a... Actually, yeah, let's figure out how to word this so it sounds good. Let's say a mystical save. Must succeed a mystical save, because they're not called saving throws, or be charmed by the beholder for 1 hour or until the beholder harms the creature. Oops. We don't need the Charm Ray part in there. The targeted creature must succeed a mystical save or be charmed by the beholder for 1 hour or until the beholder harms the creature. Okay? Let's see. Ah, shucks, and mine are not really DC20 specific. They aren't, but they also are sometimes. But want to do a skill challenge one at some point. I just hope people find them neat or useful. I think that'd be helpful. I think that the skill, social, combat challenges haven't super been talked about with DC20. I love using them. I love them. I do think Perkins did something interesting with the eye rays in the Acquisitions Incorporated season, having them fire even though they are off the beholder. Possible uses traps. Oh, like if the eye stalk is cut off? I should really watch Acquisitions. They could be used as outright weapons. Mental save? I thought it was called mystical save now, as of like 0.8. Hold up. Let me check this. Mental save. Oh. They are mental saves. I could have sworn they were mystical saves now. All right, I'm cool with mental. I'm cool with that. I need to adjust some of my other stat blocks. Mental save. Okay, there we go. Let's add our next condition. Our next little eye stalk. Mystical defense. Oh, it's mystical for defense, but mental. Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, be like Jesus and save often. There we go. All right, let's add another condition. Number 2. Paralyzing ray. Now let's go ahead and copy and paste this text block into it. You guys can still see it, right? Barely. Oh, now y'all can't. Sorry, y'all don't get to see it. I'm just gonna move this up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Paralyzing ray. Here we go. The targeted creature must succeed a con saving throw or be paralyzed for 1 minute. again, I'm just going to make this a must succeed a mental save. Boop. Or be paralyzed, capital paralyzed, for 1 minute. The target can repeat the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. Cool. That's simple enough for me. 3. What is our third one? The Fear Ray. Okay. Control C. Control V. The targeted creature must succeed on a DC16 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened. I feel like I'm just going to make these all mental saves. Must succeed on a mental save or be frightened, which we're going to capitalize because that's a condition, for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw. We call them save. Can repeat the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. Cool. This is honestly not too hard, at least at the moment. Wait till they get a little more complicated. All right, we have a slowing ray. All right, let's go ahead and get this one. Control C. Control V. The targeted creature must succeed on a... Oh, this one's different. Must succeed a agility save. Must succeed. The target must succeed an agility save. On a failed save, capitalized failed. Actually, you know what? We'll go back to these other ones. Capitalize success and fail. Harm to the creature. Success. Target can repeat the save. Success. Okay. On a failed save, the target's speed is halved for 1 minute. In addition, the creature can't take reactions. We're gonna have to rework this one with the way DC20 works. The target creature can't take reactions, and it can't take either an action or bonus action on its turn. Oh, it can take either an action or a bonus action on its turn, not both. The creature can repeat the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a save. Yeah, we're gonna have to change that a little bit. Charm Ray could target a charisma save specifically, as there are other... You're right. You are absolutely right. Must succeed a charisma save. I feel you should choose a specific save for each ray. Should we? Paralyzing. I don't know what paralyzing would be. Intelligence? I mean, we can do that. Intelligence. Must succeed. Must succeed an intelligence save. Fear Ray. Charisma. Actually, intimidation is in might because it's physical now. Charisma. Charisma save. Slowing Ray. Agility save. Let's actually look at the slowed condition real quick. Slowed. See, I like how Apple will show me every instance of the word as like a thumbnail, so I can just click over to it. It just automatically does that. There's probably a way to do it on Windows. I should just automatically do it. Every one space you move costs an extra space of movement. I mean, honestly, yeah, that's kind of about it. On a failed save, the target is slowed. The target is slowed. Honestly, I might just take out the parts about removing their reactions and either doing an action or a bonus action, but not both. I think I might just take that out because it's not really applicable in DC20. The target creature must succeed on an agility save. On a failed save, the target is slowed. The creature can repeat the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. I think that's the way to do it. Maybe might for paralyze. I could see it. Paralyzed attacks made are considered. You're also stunned, which would be agility and might. Exposed, attacks against you have advantage, and incapacitated. Yes, let's do might. Let's do might for paralyze. I agree with that. Might. Oops. Be like Jesus and save often. There we go. This last array should decrease the amount of AP. I can't recall if there's a condition for it. Let me see. I feel like there's let's see, restrained, rattled, impaired, incapacitated. You can't spend action points. Invisible, paralyzed. You and your Monday Mongus turn into stone. You no longer wear your snake, become 10 times heavier. Stunned. Exposed. Petrified. Doomed, hindered, grappled, frightened, exposed, exhaustion, bleeding, blinded, burning, charmed. Yeah, not really. Earlier in Swordplay fight, I had a rat lose AP as a result of a surprise round. That's kind of fun. Losing AP can be useful too. Reduce 2 action points will net the same feel as just an action. I opted for 2 in my case, but you could do 4 for a feel of losing a turn, or have only 1 action point for movement. No reaction is like not spending action points on someone else's turn. Yeah. I don't know. This one's tricky. This one's a tricky eye stalk. Because we also have to remember that when this eye ray is going off, like let's say the slowing ray happens, right? 2 other eye stalks are going to be happening at the same time. So it could be the slow ray goes off, but then also the paralyzing one, or you know what I mean? I mean, it's designed to be a certain way in D&D, and that's part of the fun of running a beholder. I don't know. Should we? All right, let's talk about this real quick. What do we do about the slow eye stalk? Do we have it be that they just get slowed condition, or do we have it be the slowed condition And they lose action points. Is there enough people to justify a poll, is the question. Yeah, you know what? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. Should the slow ray only be the slowed condition? Also, remove AP from the players. Start poll. All right, vote. Vote your hearts. Vote your heart's content. Slow plus reduce 2 action points. I mean, yeah, we could do that. The part where I get hesitant with that is we haven't seen that, to my knowledge, like codified in DC20 outside of the condition. So this sounds very Indiana Jones. Okay, we're still in the Critical Role soundtrack. I was like, this sounds very Indiana Jones. I don't want to take this VOD down. Okay. All right. We got 4 out of the 7 votes. We got 5 out of the 7. All right. I'm going to give it 30 more seconds, then I'm closing it. But right now it's looking like we're stealing some action points. Coach actually used that in his one shot. The most recent one? The shade... What's it called? The shade willow tree? We might have to pull that up as a reference then. Slow plus reduce axis. Unless the AP reduction is a legendary action that can be layered on top of the slowed condition. Ooh. Yeah, we haven't even thought about like the attack enhancements and the apex. Ooh, hold on. That's kind of evil. That's kind of devious. Imagine making that like a 2 cost. So like the beholder has to spend 2 of its action points to add on to one of the eye stalks. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. I love that. I actually really like that idea a lot. We're going to end the poll. I actually really like that idea. All right. So 66% said remove action points from the players. 33% only be the slowed condition. Okay. The one with Bob World Builder. That one. Okay. That's actually... I have access to that one. I can't pull that one up on screen. But let me just give me a second. Past GM binders, beta early access. Oh, where is it? No, I can't find it. It's the one with all the... Oh, here it is. Here's the notion. Let me see. How did he do this? Yeah, the yummy grub. That's what it was. Do you remember at what point it has a giant frog boss? Yes, that one. Okay. Let's see, where's the frog boss? The frog Hemoth. 3 legendary actions. 3, 5 space. Failure consumed. 1 acid damage. No. Deals 5 damage while inside or 10 damage from outside. I don't see anything about removing action points. Do you remember? And there could be different kinds of beholders, and lesser ones could not have a more powerful one could. In canon, there are weaker and stronger beholders. I think it's the other one. It has a giant frog boss. I'm in that one. I'm in it. Maybe it's in one of the other stat blocks. Looks like there's things that make people intentionally spend their action points to do certain things. This music is so dramatic. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. Can't fully recall offhand, but one of the players did something and the frog lost an action point as well. Someone complimented him on it as an on-the-fly move. Maybe it was just like a... He just thought like, that makes sense in this moment. Maybe that was it. Coach does like to do things on the fly. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. So if that's the case, I really liked the idea of having that be an attack enhancement. Should we do that? That's my next question. So we're gonna make the players lose action points. Oh, hi, buddy. You wanna say hi to everyone? Sorry, we're gonna say hello to Sammy. Come here. Ugh. Come here. He said hi. Say hi, Sam. Oh. I appreciate that. This is Sammy. Hi, bud. Say hello. All right. You want to get down now? Please? Please? Thank you. Thanks, buddy. You stink, dude. You stink. You should do a better job of cleaning yourself. Idea being that if it's not a stat block and coach did use AP loss as a tactic or an element of the game. Okay. What if the slowing ray increased the action point cost of actions by 1? Ooh, I kind of like that more. I feel like if I'm a player, even though that's essentially the same thing, that feels better to hear than I took your action points away. I think that's probably the route I'll go. Action point cost is increased by 1. Because we've done that in a stat block before. They distracted it with the yum yum goop, and I think it merely spent an action point licking it. Oh, okay. Master TMO. Howdy. I'm trying to figure out monster building so I can do a point buy list for building Grim from Ruby for my world. Ooh. Ooh. That sounds fun. I like that. Kitty! Yeah. Question, what is the difference between double AP cost versus losing AP? Player perception? Essentially, yeah. It's kind of like... It's the difference of hearing that something is being taken away from you versus hey, something just costs a little bit more, so that goal is just slightly out of reach. It's basically, you're not telling them no, you're just saying, you can do it, it's just going to cost some more. So yeah, it's ultimately just player perception. Oh my god, the stat block reset. Oh my god, the stat block reset. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. All right. So let's do that. I'm still tempted to add that as an attack enhancement. I kind of want to do that. You know what? Screw it. What would we even name that? Name this later, fool. Actually, no, I changed my mind. Let's just make it part of the stat block. The creature... So, what did we say? We said, in addition... increasing AP cost by 1 feels like it would force players to do one single higher cost action and only pay 1 extra, rather than trying 2 or 3 smaller ones that each have their 1 point cost. I agree. It's a difference between yes and or no but. Yeah. And does the slow ray affect stamina points or mana points? Ooh. That's a good question. I think not. I think just action points. Well, hold on. Let me save this draft. What monster did we do that... let's see. The Hydra sleeves. Unless it takes fire damage, the Hydra regains 10 health points. 25 damage, single turn, the head dies. Which stat block did we do where that was the case? Was it Tiamat? God, Tiamat is freaking huge. Frightful Presence. Tiamat's choice. The aware must succeed in DC20 missile save throw for 5 more minute. Turn, save successful. Tiamat's present generation. Has advantage. Mana points. So she can perform spell. All spells cast against Tiamat or in which she is in the area of effect have their mana point doubled. She has advantage on saves against all other spells and magical effects. That's what it was. So we couldn't just say that all magic didn't work against like Tiamat. So we just said like, hey, their cost is doubled. The mana points at least. Okay. No, wait, that's Tiamat. We need the Beholder. Who knew the slow ray would be the hardest one so far? One big action or 2 smaller actions. Increasing action point cost leaves room to strategy. Yeah, more I think about it, the more I like it. Tiamat, it was the magic defense was so high that it was going to cost 2 more That's right. Yep. By the way, I am new here. I don't know much of the intricate details of the system, so be gentle when I make dumb statements. There are no dumb statements here. You are all good, Master. It's good to have you here, by the way. We're all learning together, by the way. I am not a professional. I don't make stat blocks for DC20 or for the coach. This is me just trying to get practice in, and kind of helps me understand the system a little bit better. Also helps me appreciate the game design behind the system. And it's also really cool because you guys have really fun ideas sometimes. Like our Cursive Strahd VOD, if you ever go back and watch that, there are some really cool ideas for how to improve the Strahd stat block. Or an additional mana point per spell. I remember that because I didn't like it. Gosh. All right. So let's increase the action points. In addition, so how did they phrase it in the stat block? So we have in addition, the creature, it's where it has the creature can't take reactions. Is that something we can do in DC20? Reactions. Let's go to the reaction. The prerequisite for a reaction, the prerequisite states the feature required to gain access to the reaction If a reaction has a resource cost, a creature must spend those resources to take the action. What we could just double the resource cost again because they're slowed. Maybe we do that. Let me see what that phrasing that would be like. In addition, the creature can't take reactions. So let's say in addition, the resource the creature's resource cost, AP, MP, SP, etc. is doubled. On a failed save, the target is slowed. The creature can repeat the save at the end of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. How do we feel about that? If you write it on your stat block, then it exists on your monster. Yep. Ooh, I need a drink. I think the DC20 wording for can't take reactions is you can't spend AP until the start of your turn. I think I like that more. In addition, the creature can't spend AP until the start of their turn. That feels a little bit better because then that still opens up the door for mana points, stamina points. I mean, very limited, but like you can still maybe do something. I thought it would only affect AP. You thought wrong. No, yeah, I like that. That's when I went when I said you can't spend AP outside of your turn. Sounds like we got the slowing ray down. All right. Oops, nope, we don't want another action. Let's add another stalk. We're almost halfway with the stalks, I think. 5. The Enervation ray. Okay. The target creature must make a blah 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 save, taking 36 necrotic damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. Okay. So here's where the puzzle starts happening with stat blocks. In DC20, monsters don't make players do saves for damage. It's not a thing. So we got to figure out how to rebuild this one. The targeted creature must make a DC16 con saving throw, taking 36 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. Enervation. I'm not even sure what that even means. Enervation. A feeling of being drained of energy or vitality, fatigue. Okay. So I'm thinking we make this one hit. We have it hit and do damage. And then we have a save added onto it, right? That makes the player fatigued, or like maybe adds like a point of exhaustion or something like that. I think that's the way we have to do it. I is simple. We got there together. Heart. Wait, I wanna be included in the heart. Heart. De-energizing. Poiple. 'Tis poiple. Yeah, I think we're gonna have it hit the creature, On a hit, it does the damage and everything, but we have it do a save that adds on the fatigue and de-energizing element. I think that's the way to go. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. Honestly, exhaustion might be the one to do, because the enervation ray on the 5e stat block isn't like they're slowed, they're impaired, or anything like that. It's just they've been drained of energy, they're taking damage from it. So I think we should stick true to that, make it do damage, but still have that be reflected kind of in a flavor mechanical way with exhaustion. Damage plus save for DOT maybe. DOT? DOT. I'm struggling with DOT at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. All right. How is this formatted in other things? Let me open up a little bit of a stat blocks. Damage over time. Oh, okay. Damage plus save for damage over time. So like bleeding? Are you saying like we add the bleeding effect onto it? Because we could do that. We absolutely could do that. Jinx. Oh, I get jinxed. Okay. So let's say targeted creature Alright, how do we word this? What if Slow Ray made actions cost 1 AP, plus 1 AP, and Enervation reduces the action point pool by 1 while the creature is being targeted? Similar effects, different mechanics. I'm not opposed to it, but I'm trying to steer clear of the removing action points from the players unless it's coming from a condition, at least for now. But it's tempting just because of the balance of it. The coach is always big on the balance of things, and that definitely has balance to it. Yeah, but maybe a stronger version of bleeding for umbral damage. Okay, so we're saying save a condition action. Okay. So we'll say bleeding. So we'll say DC. What should we do for how are we doing it in bleeding and other things? Let me see. Features, regeneration. Where did my bleeding thing go? Is it monster maneuvers? Yeah, what would we say? Like a physical save? Condition, action, description. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what I would make that. Might save. That's what it is. So we would say target makes a might save. Wait, if I do this, failure. Bleeding. I wonder if I do that, does it make it bold? Whoa! I don't know what just happened. It moved everything over there. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Failure. Bleeding. Oh my god, I don't know what I did. Oh my god. I broke it. I broke it by trying to do something. Are we good now? Are we good? Oh, Mantic, you gotta help me. You gotta help me, buddy. I don't know why it all went over here. Oh god. Oops. Make the loss of action points a mental save every round. Oof. It's getting late for me. Got to balance. Thanks for the good times, y'all. T and Tori. Oh, hold on. Get over here. Listen up, fools. If you're not subscribed to T and Tori, what are you doing with your life? Make up for it. Subscribe to T and Tori. Repent. There we go. That's how we're going to get people to subscribe. Tell them to repent. Hope you have a good night. I broke the stat block. Unless that's just because that got added. Manic, I think I broke it if you're still here. I'm not going to lie. I think I broke it. Oops. All right, time to add another eye stalk. Eye stalk number 6. Oops. Whoa. What just happened? Oh, okay. Whoa. Whoa. All right. Now we add another condition. This one is number 6. Telekinetic. Oh, telekinetic. What? Telekinetic. I'm so dumb. Telekinetic ray. I'm gonna copy and paste this. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 10 strength saving throw, or the beholder moves it up to 30 feet in any direction. I like this. The target must succeed a might save. If the target is a creature, it must succeed a might save, or the beholder moves it up to 6 spaces in any direction. It is restrained by the rays. Telekinetic grip until the start of the beholder's. Wow. Next turn, or the beholder is incapacitated. Restrained. That's funny. I see nothing to change about that one. I see nothing to change. Oh, it went into wide mode. I'm actually working on that bit right now. Oh. It's so much fun having Manic be part of these streams. I'm not going to lie. It's so much fun. Why didn't y'all tell me it was still in the other wide mode? Yeah, it for sure went into wide mode. Although it didn't happen when I added the bleeding condition action under the 5th ray. It happened when I tried seeing if the bold Discord drop down worked in here. As soon as I did that, it went into wide mode, which was fascinating. DC20 medicine check to remove. What? Maybe an umbral bleed is a DC20 to remove. Oh, I mean, DC20 would work because that is the save DC for the beholder. Okay, so now we're at a weird part of the stat block. I wish I could show it to you guys. But so before we get on to the next eye stalks, this is actually what it says. Because I can't show you, we're just going to go widescreen for now. But this is what it reads before we get on to the next eye stalks. If the target is an object weighing 300 pounds or less, If the target is an object weighing 300 pounds or less that isn't being worn or carried, it is moved up to 30 feet in any direction. The beholder can also... Oh, wait. Why would they format it like that if it's meant to just... We're just going to add that to the telekinetic ray. I don't know why. I thought it was like a break of information where I was like, hey, by the way, it also works like this. That seems straightforward. Yeah, I think it's straightforward. Forgot this was happening. The Ant is in the chat. Howdy. Yeah, so let's make a paragraph space, and then let's add this little piece of text. If the target is an object weighing 300 pounds or less that isn't being worn or carried, it is moved 30 feet, so 6 spaces. Oops, probably good to add the spaces part. 6 spaces in any direction. The beholder, capital B, can also exert fine control on objects with this ray, such as manipulating a simple tool or opening a door or a container. Again, pretty straightforward. I agree. Oh, wait. Hold up. Anyway, gotta go. Just wanted to stop by to say hi. Thanks for stopping by, the Ant. Okay. You know what? Actually, screw it. I'm going to save this as a draft. I'm going to move this over here, and I'm actually going to show you guys what I'm looking at because we've hit an interesting point of the stat block. Okay, so here we are. So we did the telekinetic ray, and then this paragraph underneath it is what we just added and read out loud. But then we reset the numbers underneath. We have a sleep ray, petrification ray, and disintegration ray. I don't think it meant to reset the numbers. I'm just now realizing that. I knew that. I was testing you guys. Yeah, right? I was just testing you guys. I just wanted to make sure. You guys were on the same page as me, you know? Anyways, number 7 is the sleep ray. So let's go ahead and get that one in here. Dun, 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 dun. Sleep ray. The targeted creature must succeed on a DC16 saving throw or fall asleep. I'm going to be honest. Charisma, I don't think makes sense. Intelligence, I don't think makes sense. So I'm going to say a mental save. Must succeed a mental save or fall asleep and remain unconscious for 1 minute. The target awakens if it takes damage or another creature takes an action, or another creature spends an action point. That's what we'll say. Whoa. Or another creature spends an action point to wake it. This ray has no effect on constructs and undead. Okay. I'm going to check the unconscious. You're no longer aware of your surroundings. You drop whatever you're holding and you fall prone. You must succeed a mental slave or fall asleep and remain unconscious for 1 minute. I think that works. Okay. This telekinesis bit about objects could be moved to a trait instead of taking a space at the combat part of the stat block. As a trait? Like in the feature part? I don't know. I agree, I don't like it to be in the stat block part, like the combat part. But also, it would be weird if it wasn't with that. Like it'd be weird to run the stat block thinking it's one thing and then reading a different part of the stat block later being, oh, why wasn't that with this part? I'm of two minds of that. I'm of two minds. I'm in agreement though. Next up is the Petrification Ray. Oops, that's not what we want. My bad. My B. Number 8, Petrification Ray. This one's about to be tough. This one's about to be tough. The target creature must make a DC16 agility save. Must make an agility save. On a failed save, on a failure. Boop. On a failure, the creature begins to turn to stone and is restrained. That's petrified. It must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn. On a success, the effect ends. On a failure, the creature is petrified until freed by greater restoration, spell, or other magic. Oh. Wild. I gotta go, guys. Have fun. Knuckleborn, thank you for hanging out. It was a pleasure. Thank you for the ideas. Thank you for pitching in. Thank you for making my night. Hope you have a good night. Lunar Pierce. I like how the saves in DC20 are higher than the 5e saves. Yeah. It's also, all these are DC16, but doing the math, we have DC20 for our save DC with the Beholder. It's a little crazy. All right, the creature begins to turn to stone and is restrained. Okay, so it's not petrified yet. It must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn. On a success, the effect ends. On a failure, the creature is petrified until freed by the greater restoration spell or other magic. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room for a second. Let me go ahead and save this. Let's address the elephant in the room. Get a sip of water. Peep the DC20 sticker. It's inverted. Of course it is. I remember why I inverted it. It's so that when I'm looking this way, it looks like I'm kind of facing chat a little bit. Okay. We don't have a greater restoration spell in DC20. Yeah. 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 In fact, what does DC20 say about the petrified condition? You and your mundane belongings are turned to stone, and you're no longer aware of your surroundings. You become 10 times heavier and have resistance half to all damage. You are paralyzed, stunned, exposed, and incapacitated. Yeah, we don't have anything. We don't have greater restoration in DC20. Yet. Yeah, yet. By magical means? I could work with by magical means. I like that. Until freed by magical means. We'll just leave it vague for now. Whenever we get some more clarifications with the 0.10, we'll I'll update and make a new draft of the stat block for DC crit site. Yeah, I like that, by magical means. I think it's a good compromise for now. All right. We have 2 more rays. That's not what I wanted to add. Scroll down. Condition. Number 9. Ooh, this is my favorite of the rays. Disintegration ray. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on an agility save. Oh, or take 45 force damage. If this damage reduces the creature to 0 hit points, its body becomes a pile of fine gray dust. Okay. Okay. There's no great way to do this. It's got to be just magic. Right? It's just got to be magic. It's just got to be if they fail to save, they reduce to a pile of dust. Unless you just get rid of the saving throw completely, have it be an attack check versus whatever, right? And then if that damage happens to reduce them to 0 health points, they don't go to death's door, but rather are turned into a pile of fine gray dust. Okay, so it's either they fail to save and turn into a pile of dust, or it's straight up an attack. But the damage is 7. There's not big damage numbers. I know what I gotta do. The target, it must succeed on an agility save. It must succeed on an agility save. Period. On a failure, the target, let's say that on a failure, the target is reduced reduced to 0 health points. And its body becomes a pile of fine gray dust. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on an agility save. On a failure, the target is reduced to 0 health points, and its body becomes a pile of fine gray dust. I think you climb that tree. I think that's the best way we're going to get around it. Because there's not big damage numbers in DC20, right? There's damage numbers that are appropriate to the boss monster's level, which for this one is 7 points. So if there's going to be a disintegration ray, it's going to be something the players fail. This is a deadly creature, especially for lower levels, right? If you're a higher level in DC20, you have so many things to help you with getting the saving throw, right? You have friends who can spend grit points on you. You have people who can spend inspirations on you. They're bardic inspirations, give you advantage on your roll, like help you out, try to dodge, things like that. You have a much better chance of surviving this raid in DC20 than you do 5e. This is still brutal if you fail it, but your odds of beating this, to me, are way better than it would be in 5e. That's the way I'm justifying it. That's my internal logic for this. If the target is a large or smaller non-magical object or creation of magical force, it is disintegrated. So we can go ahead and just add this as well to the disintegration ray. If the target is a large or smaller non-magical object of creation or creation of magical force, it is disintegrated without a save. If the target is a huge or larger object of creation of magical force, this ray disintegrates a 5-space Wait, hold on. That was a 10-foot cube? 10 foot. Oh, 2. A 2-space cube of it. I think that checks out. I think that works. All right. Now, for our final ray. Oddly enough, not my favorite one, but still a fun one. If you're an evil game master. Number 10, the Death Ray. The target creature must succeed a DC 16 dexterity saving throw or take 55 necrotic damage. The target dies if the ray reduces it to 0 health points. Genuinely, I have no idea what to do here. Other than make it a save, and if they fail, it's like the disintegration ray, except you don't turn into a flavorful pile of gray dust, right? It's just you die. Yeah. I think it's just got to be a saving throw. I genuinely am not too sure how to approach this one other than it's just a saving throw. I think that's just the way we got to go. All right. Let's do this. Let's rock and roll. The targeted creature must succeed. What's shaking, Jake? Yo, Raz! But Chaz! I thought I said Chaz, and then I said Raz, and I was like, whoa. Raz but Chaz, what's up? How you doing? Which flavor of death do you want? Yeah, that's basically the question, right? Do you want the disintegration ray flavor of death, where you just turn into salt? Or do you just straight up just die on the spot? The targeted creature must succeed on an agility save. We got to edit that one too. Must succeed an agility save. Period. Failure. The target dies. How do we do this? The target is reduced to 0 health points and dies. Just straight up, just, you're dead. Yep. You know what? I'm starting to think I'm just going to take these little paragraph gaps out. I thought it helped break it up a little bit, which it did, but also just doesn't look as clean. Yeah, there we go. God, that's so many. That's so many. Not much, just finished a workout and setting up some content warning. Fun. Was it a good workout? I need to go back to working out. Disintegration! You're just dead. Yeah, you just die. You just straight up die, dude. Oh, man. Well, that's all the eye stalks. What else do we have left with the stat block? It does have legendary actions. Reduced to -7 HP. The beholder can take 3 legendary actions, choosing from the options below. Only one legendary action option can be used at a time, and only at the end of another creature's turn. The beholder regains spent legendary actions at the start of its turn. Eye Ray. The beholder uses one random eye ray. Isn't there a rule about no rezzing if disintegrated? I think in D&D, yes. I don't know about DC20 though. Because 0 is death's door. I mean, yeah. Do we just throw in a line that says the target does not go to death's door and dies? The target is reduced to 0 health points. Does not go to death's door and dies. Feels pretty self-explanatory, at least to me. I think. I don't know. I don't know how you would like codify. That's the word, right? Codify this in DC20. Because like you can't have it just do a bunch of damage, because monsters don't just do like 55 points of damage. And by the way, if you happen to get reduced to 0, you die. It's like, no, they do like 3 points, 4 points. So it's gotta be like, it's gotta be a save, right? And again, to the disintegration ray point, you have so many other factors that go into that save, right? You have your other players, like the other party members who can use their grit points on you. There's bardic inspirations. There's people giving you a help die. I'm sure there's people who can give advantage on your save, right? So the chances of succeeding the save are there. They're better than they are in D&D. It still feels so brutal, though. I don't know. What are you guys saying? Oh my God, the dungeon coach is here. Hey, dude. We're trying to figure this out. Brutal, bro. It is. It feels brutal. I'm like, is it too brutal? Is there a way this would work in DC20? I don't know. We're winging it. We're just winging it on the spot. It was good. Did chest and arms, but still cooling down. It's good to hear. If you are a pile of dust, you went right to the negatives. That's what I'm saying. Do you need to even clarify skipping death door if in the disintegration one it's like, hey, you turned into a pile of gray salt. Gray dust. I don't know why I keep saying salt. The death ray could put you at death's door and you'd have a slight chance of surviving. Oh. Ooh. I kind of like that. You're reduced to 1 action point. You have to make death saves. I mean, it's less brutal, but I think that can work, right? Because let's say you're rolling for which three eye stalks are going to be used in combat, right? And the death ray is selected. It hits you. Like you fail your save. You've gone from like 20 something HP down to 0 making death saves. That's brutal, but you're not like insta killed. I kind of like that. Let's see, what else are we saying? The target creature makes an agility save. On a failure, the creature dies. That is what you'd say. I don't know, we just heard it from the coach. Target creature makes an agility save. You die. Yeah, pretty sure it makes sense. There's no like death saves. I know coach is watching. I gotta act a little better now. Gotta be on my best behavior. Character death is when you get reduced to your death's door threshold, but you can just say you die. That's enough. That clarifies so much with other stat blocks that we've worked on, like Tiamat. That is super helpful. I'm gonna make a note of that because you can just say you die. Because that's something we've gone back and forth on these streams when certain things just are kind of like an insta-kill if you fail. So that's actually super helpful. I still don't know how DC20 works, but I do think there should be a chance of surviving for the rule of fun. I can also see that, though. Because, I mean, we also have the disintegration ray, which, like, if you fail, you turn to dust. And then the death ray is just, you just die if you fail. Also, listen, Chaz. Here, I gotta go full screen for this. Listen, Chaz. Listen. Come here. We know each other, right? We both know Reed over at OSQ. If you need an introductory DC20 one-shot, I got you. I love this game. I got you. I'm going door to door. Hello, have you heard about DC20? That's me. I just said I need to be on my best behavior and then did the exact opposite. But I would say that is wildly punishing. Yeah, that's the way it definitely feels that way. So maybe the 0 HP is actually the best way to go, in my opinion. Got a dip. Keep up the great work, bro. Dungeon Coach, or I don't know why I said Dungeon Coach. You are the Dungeon Coach. But Coach, thank you so much for stopping by. And guys, if you aren't subscribed to Coach, which, what are you doing if you're not? Go subscribe. Please go subscribe. And support DC20, because it's awesome. And we're about to get subclasses, which I am so ready for. I'm still not used to the 5e death saves. Our 2.5e house rule was down at 0 HP, bleeding out, and dead at your negative con score. Plus, our starting HP was HD plus con HPS. What is HD? I don't think I know that one. Really dead versus mostly dead. Yeah. All right. So disintegration ray. If you fail that one, you die. So on a failure, the target is reduced to 0 health points, and its body becomes a pile of fine gray dust. So we could just say the target dies and its body. The target dies and its body becomes a pile of fine gray dust. And then for our death ray, on a failure, the target is reduced to 0 health points and enters death's door. The target creature must succeed an agility save. On a failure, the target is reduced to 0 health points and enters death's door. I think I'm kind of liking that direction more. Oh, hit dice. Oh, duh. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what was it? It was plus our starting HP was hit dice plus con HPS. Okay. Yeah, I think I like this. Because you can be at full health, get hit with this instantly, fail it, go to 0 HP, but you still have an action point, you're still in the fight, you can still leave death's door, but you still have exhaustion, right? And then you could always enter it again and get hit with the same death ray. It instantly puts the party in like a oh shit kind of mentality. Like this is real. We can be done just like that. I'm digging it. I think this is a good direction. I can't remember who suggested it first. I think it was, I always mess up the name. Zazania? Exania? Zania? I'm calling you Zania. Yeah, I think it was you. You had it first. I know acronyms throw me too. Just the day has thrown me. It's just been a day. Okay. As for attack enhancements, I'm gonna go ahead and look at some of the ones I already have jotted down, right? Just kind of see what's up. We can grant itself advantage. +1 space for attack range. +1 damage. Yeah, let's... Oh, everything got shifted back to the left side. I'm A-okay with that. So let's do +1. So let's do +1 damage, possibly of another type. +1 damage. Or actually, no, that's not how we would do it, right? Because that would mean it's just formatted like... Yeah, that's gross. Actually, let me just look at what some of the other ones are on some of the other stat blocks. We have reactions, enhancements. Oh, power. That's what it's called. Okay, so we would edit this. We'd call it power. And we would say +1 damage. Boom. So we have +1 damage. What else we got? Knockback. Slowed, exposed, hinder. Grappled, bleeding, burning, vicious. It can give the target disadvantage on a save it forces it to make. God. Yeah, let's do that. That's kind of brutal. Let's do vicious. The beholder gives the target disadvantage on a save it forces the target to make. And then as for our Apex feature, got ahead. It's late here in Scotland. Oh, Scotland. Nearly 3 a.m. Night, Jakin, mods, and chat. Have a great night. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you get some rest. Thank you so much. Yeah, as for our Apex features, I'm going to save this draft and go to Tiamat for a second. We've gone way past our usual time. Legendary action points. Just gonna copy this. Boom. Edit. Boom. Boom. Legendary action points. The Beholder has 5 legendary action points. She can spend any other legendary action points. Take an action at the end of any PC's turn. We're gonna say 3. Has 3 legendary action points. It can spend any number of legendary action points to take an action at the end of any PC's turn. Okay. And then we're gonna add this feature called actually wait, no, we formatted it a certain way. So save, back, go back to Tiamat. Oh, Apex Action. That's how we did it. Duh. Okay. I knew that. Shut up. Okay. Here we go. Apex Actions. So this is 1. And this is I-Ray. The Beholder uses 1 random I-Ray. And guys, just like that, we have made a Beholder. This was pretty insightful. Also, we had a really cool clarification from Coach for stat blocks moving forwards. It's brutal as hell, but you can just say you just die. That was super insightful, super helpful. Also, the stat block looks to have kind of fixed itself a little bit, which is cool. It's unfortunate that the description is so squished, but as you guys know, Manic is already on top of that. Guys, hold on. Speaking of Manic, let's go ahead and get Manic's Patreon link back in the chat. Oh, we got a little notification. What just happened? Conkus Bacchus subscribed over on Twitch, 23rd month. Thank you, Conkus. Love you, dude. If you want access and you want to be one of the founders of DC Crit, you want access to the site, this monster making tool, support Manic on Patreon. So boom, there it is over on YouTube. Boom, there it is over on Twitch. Speaking of the devil, I fixed most of those errors and will be pushing a new build after the stream. Seriously, go support Manic on Patreon. The work Manic's putting into this is insane. I mean, you've seen the site, you've seen how customizable it is, how automated it is, and some of the features coming soon. It's incredible. It's incredible, and all this is just being done just out of the passion for the game and the system. And yeah, please go support if you can. I'm obsessed with the site. I literally use it every week for my sessions. It's incredible. And if you have leftovers after supporting Manic and you want to support more content on this channel, whether it's DC20 101 videos or more of these streams, or the new Patreon announcement I have coming for my Patreon members this week, head over to my Patreon. Link is in the description or pinned comment on Twitch or YouTube. I'm currently working on a limited DC20 actual play series. So I have a major update about that for the Patreons coming this weekend, as well as, drum roll please, a DC20 one-shot next month for my patrons, and they're about to get an exclusive world building podcast that only they get, only they have access to. It's basically going to be like these monster building streams, except we're just going to build a world. That's literally going to be it. We're going to build a campaign setting from scratch. Also, December, I'm planning some kind of Christmas one-shot. It will be streamed. I don't know who's in it yet, but I got plans. I got plans. Come here. I got plans. That was super aggressive. My bad. In actual play, yeah. Christmas one shot. Hit me up, dude. All right, bet. Hitting you up. This was fun. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys had fun. But seriously, this stream would not be possible without all of you guys coming in, suggesting your ideas, which you have a lot of great ideas, helping me make a stat block that's kind of favorable to most of the DC20 community. In fact, access to this stat block will be happening tonight. If you're not part of the Swordplay and Sorcery Discord server, what are you doing? Exclamation point Discord to join the server and get access to all of the stat blocks that we've made on these monster building streams. In fact, there's not going to be one next week because it's Thanksgiving week and I'm going to be spending time with family. But the week after that, the monster that we will be working on is elementals. We have fire, water, air, and earth elementals to get through. And then after that, we have mind flayers and a special custom request, meatloaf golem. Don't know how we're going to do that, but we have a meatloaf golem in the works. If you want to suggest monsters to convert on stream or customize monsters, join the server. Submit those monsters in the appropriate channels. But guys, with that, the last thing I got to do is thank the Patreon members. Thank the guys who are funding this, right? Mary Seward, Nathaniel Wuthridge, I hope I said that right, Conkus Bonkus, Aegis Virium, Jonovic, Glenn Finney, Philip Fox, and Super Bandit Gamer. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and this channel. That's my cue to go. The cats just broke something in the kitchen. I love all your faces. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. So long.